I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I wanted to share some information that I've been getting about the big event that is happening today. It is the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, right? This is a major solar event that is going to be bringing forth a lot of evolution and a lot of room for all of us to advance to this next step on our path. But in particular, the angels and my guides, the councils of 12, have come in to bring in a message about um, about what to expect with these energies that are coming in today and that will be moving forward and rippling into our lives over the next several months. But today is the initiation point. So just to give you just a few words from the Council of 12 that that came through this morning to deliver all of this information to you today, to help us be better prepared, right? So when you have an idea of how you're feeling and why you're feeling a certain way, it helps us to alleviate any fears and to be able to receive the highest light and vibration within these codes, these light codes and events that are about to transpire. So the Council of 12 today came in and said, today is the first day of the rest of your life. It marks the entrance into the 8th gateway of your oversoul, your higher self, as a high heart is connected to and expands through the heart chakra, and it's awakening the first heartbeat etherically of the plasmic field that we all sit within, or our electromagnetic field. And it is creating an echo with this first heartbeat that comes through. And this first heartbeat is connected to the version of us that is integrating with our higher self. And let's see, when it integrates with us and it has this first heartbeat, that echo creates a rippling effect. Think of like the vibration from a tuning fork. And it moves through our internal waters and through our fascia, through our nervous system. And when it moves through, it starts to recalibrate any imprints that we're carrying within our physical body. So as it's doing that, what are you doing? You're detoxifying, you're letting go of physical debris, mental, emotional components that are stored in our muscles, our memory. And so we're releasing. So when the light comes through in the way that it is, it will be, we are going to be making space to allow these light codes to move in and start to realign and release old belief systems. They are reformatting our light bodies, reformatting our electromagnetic components of our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual fields. So it's pretty profound, and they were explaining it pretty intricately today. And so I wanted to share that with you. But more so than that, they have other information about it. So it's going to be coming in through solar flares, solar activity. These are bursts of plasma that leave the sun, and it's directed at Earth through a very high velocity. And that energy moves, it hits Earth's electromagnetic field, and then it subsequently hits our electromagnetic field. But that stream and those photonic light packets are coming in to connect with our DNA, and it is connecting with our field and with Earth's field. And it's meant to bring in codes for awakening and codes for this initial impulse, this first breath in of this new version of you. When I've been working with people lately and I go to the Hall of Records and I get the Book of Life, I'm getting two books. I'm getting the first book, which is usually a big book, And then I'm getting a new book that is blank. So in the original book of life, it is connected to all of the karmic karmic lifetimes, where we have been exploring for a very long time. And now with this second book, it's the book of creation. And this is you co-creating your new reality in this new timeline, this new matrix that we are creating together. And that crystalline matrix is what's coming online. It's coming online within our physical bodies as light technology, as our own inner technology. And it's a remembrance of how that technology works, our inner GPS, our inner knowing, connecting more to that ancient wisdom that we have stored in our DNA, in our body, in our blood, in the waters of our body, from generation to generation, lifetime to lifetime. And now in this lifetime, those imprints from everything that has transpired in any lifetime or any parallel reality that you've ever been in are being cleared. And that's what we've been doing over the course of many years now, is releasing old energy, old timelines, old versions of who we are, old belief systems, mental and emotional looping, and things that we get stuck in. So we've been building all of this emotional and mental resilience. We've been cleaning up our physical body, but why? Just we're doing it to absorb more light. And so that a new story can be electromagnetically imprinted into our containers, into our temples, our light temples. And the new information that is being imprinted is that you are a divine being. Your body is your temple, and it houses that divine light within you. So as this becomes more structurally sound within your temple, as you continue to build your own truth and your own remembrance, then you will continue to release and move forward, and continue to release and move forward. So that's kind of where we are in the process. But today, the solar flares are going to be coming in, are going to be really energetically packed. So as I was saying, it's not just connecting into our own physical stream, into our own consciousness, to our own physical fields, but also energetic and physical fields, but also into Earth's field, right? When it comes in through the North Pole, comes in and it moves into the atmosphere. That's what creates the aurora borealis and spikes the Schumann resonance when we have these big plasmic events that come in. And it's bringing light codes. The plasma carries light. And so it's also activating Earth. Earth is also moving through this process of bringing in her next layer of evolution and her oversoul, and connecting into her vibration rate as a higher evolved being. So what that's going to look like is it's activating the grid so that, and just like we are releasing things from our body, so will Earth. So her high heart, which is where all this energy is coming in through the high heart, and it's coming through the pericardium that surrounds our physical heart, because that is plasma based. And it's also it has been in past for us a protective shield around our heart. But now, as we integrate more of our higher self, more of our own, remembering our own knowing and our own the knowledge that is within us and our own truth, when that is all being activated, and as that starts to unfold, we realize that our oversoul, our higher self, becomes integrated with us in this now moment, and that's our first breath. So it's moving through and bringing all of that energy through our pericardium around the heart, and then it becomes an amplifier of heart energy. So the same thing is happening with Earth. high heart and thymus is located in Egypt. And so underneath the big pyramid, the equipment that's under there that everybody has been talking about, I was shown that it is a valve, a heart valve, high heart valve, that is an etheric, that is the etheric and physical pump that will be bringing waters up from the sub-level aquifers in Egypt and all over the world. It initiates it, and it's run from that particular pump. That's what the pyramid is for. It wasn't a burial chamber or meant to be a burial chamber. It is actually ancient technology. And when it comes online, which is the spark of what is seeded to happen today with this conjunction, it is that first breath, and that is also happening with the earth at the Giza Plateau in the Big Pyramid. So what I'm hearing that could be transpiring around the Big Pyramid today, and that even in that whole area, is heavier plasmic density or light anomalies, electromagnetic anomalies. There could be some shaking or movement in Egypt around the pyramid, that especially if you're really sensitive, they're saying that you could actually feel the membrane as it is becoming more solid around that whole Giza Plateau, but definitely around the pyramid. They're saying that you could see twinkling lights, which is the ether in this higher vibrational state, and that it could bring feelings like when people are around this area, could bring in emotional awakening. So it could flush up memories. It could just bring up feelings of joy and elation. So there's a lot of things. It just depends on who you are and what you're working with in your heart space, right? Because it's activating as well. So that is where it's working at the heart level or the pericardium level, because really that's what's being activated. But then it ripples, much like it ripples through our body, as I was discussing, it ripples through the field for Earth and through the waters of Earth, connecting to all of the different nodes that are on Earth's whole grid. And when it's doing that, it's going to start moving energy. And the areas that I'm getting that are going to be highlighted with movement of energy are going to be, and these could be small earthquake, this could be earthquakes. It could be, there's a lot of heat that's being initiated, specifically around Haleakala in Hawaii. There's plasma. The plasma is building at the core of that node, which could trigger sudden volcano activity, could be seismic events. It could be on and around any of the islands, actually. There is going to be South America. So South America, Lake Titicaca region, there's going to be some movement around there, or they're showing me more electromagnetic anomalies. There could be light that's coming up. It's like lightning. When lightning hits the ground, it doesn't hit down, it actually hits up. And that's the same thing that they're talking about with these electromagnetic type of anomalies driven by the solar storm that is going to be happening today and then through this week. So when it comes back up, it can create electrical fires. It can connect with small crafts and throw off the crafts GPS or any kind of electrical equipment. It is also, they're showing me again the same kind of plasma light. Now, I don't know if you're going to see that there or not, but they're just showing me there's a lot of venting coming up, heat. So again, we're moving with heat, and this is going to start some of the movement of Earth that's coming around those specific regions. In the water, off the coast of Peru, and at the very tip of South America as well. There might be a whole volley of earthquakes in the water. Okay, also Turkey, Iran, and Syria on the fault lines. There is an activation of that fault line of the fault line there, and it's creating it's like a fissure. It's moving back and forth. So that looks like it's wanting, like it could turn into an earthquake, could be an earthquake. That's another area that is really pulsing right now. And then in the near Japan, Aleutian Islands, Indonesia, the Bay of Bengal, in the waters off of New Zealand, and maybe even around Australia, the Philippines, Filipino plate. So they're bottom of the ring of fire, right? It could even be Tonga again, but there's going to be a lot of earthquakes. There's going to be a lot of movement, especially underwater. There's a lot of heat coming up from underwater venting, volcanoes, and along different types of plate lines and new lines. They're showing me that they're going to be emerging. Like we have the whole set of plate tectonics, like the major plates, but there's this whole other sub layer of plates that are not mapped, and there will be new fault lines that are going to be emerging, sometimes in surprising places. So as we move forward in time, these areas, this is the initiation that is causing the ripple effect that's going to start this awakening process. It's going to continue through the rest of this year, but it's really sealing, locking in by 12/21 at the winter solstice. But we're going to experience most of this by August and September. So that's something just to kind of keep in mind. Hopefully, I'm also getting that it's going to be, this is a lot less physical or destructive than it was originally, where it was originally. But it's because so many people are stepping into their power, and they are integrating their oversoul, and they are really doing all of the work to release what no longer serves them. People are awakening at massive levels, and we are in this moving so fast now that everybody's like catching up quickly. So because the consciousness is being fed in that way, it's offsetting a lot more of the destruction that could have happened, and that is a very, very, very good thing. So just to kind of reaffirm, or to give you a little bit more guidance about managing any of the symptoms that comes in with solar flares or these plasma bursts that come in, which could also be called solar winds. They may make you feel tired, especially if you're in this embodiment. If you're going to be bringing in more of your higher essence, you're expanding. You could have bouts of fatigue and being tired. You could have pressure behind your eyes, or even headaches, depending on if you have detox pathways in your brain that are working well. Like, for instance, your lymphatic system only turns on when you're in deep sleep. So hopefully you're getting good sleep. And structurally at C1, if C1 is out, which is also your atlas, if that's out, then your brainstem isn't talking to your central nervous system. And when this comes through, it definitely impacts your nervous system. So having adjustments with your, chiropractor, if you see a chiropractor, or a massage, making sure that your cervical spine is in good structural order. You could have chest pressure, you could have tingling, you could have fluttering in your chest area, or in your solar plexus where your stomach is. A lot of people get upset stomach with these energies when they come through. If you are electromagnetically sensitive or EMF sensitive, then this heightens that. It makes you feel a little bit scattered. You can't really focus in on your thoughts. There's a lot of glitches that happen with technology. And certainly I've been seeing that we could have some major issues with the grids, and and not just, I mean, everywhere. It could be large amounts of area with grids. I don't think that is right now. I think that's in the next couple of months. But certainly it's possible. So do all the things that you would want to do if you didn't want to lose anything on your computer, having it backed up or storing things in a different way. Also, my guides are reminding me that it's always important to have extra cash on hand, having your gas tank full, making sure that you have some extra food if you need to. Those are just, I mean, in the world we live in now, that's just kind of common sense. So the other things that could be going on would be like timeline bleed throughs. You could be sensing that you just did something and it hasn't happened yet. Or you could be thinking that you've had a conversation with someone and you actually didn't, because in your mind you're thinking you did. You could have people that are loved ones that crossed over that feel like they're in the room with you. I mean, there seems to be a very thinning of veils that you could really connect to the other side, including your spirit guides, including angels and all of the angelics that are there to help you, which reminds me to always remind you in your spirit guides, ask for love and cloaking and protection for anything that you need, because your light teams are there to help you. And reminding you that all of this is happening because it is meant to help you drop density. Oh, there's my dog. Drop density and to absorb more light. Okay, so to help you to be able to absorb the light or to manage any of the solar flares with a little bit more grace and ease, I'm going to do a brief meditation at the end of this video, and then you can use that as much as you want over today, the next week, or the couple of months, coming months, whenever you want. And what it will do is to help regulate your nervous system, help you to integrate the light that is trying to land within you, and hopefully that will allow you to find your way through it as well. So just to remind you some of the things that can happen or you may experience at a physical level: increased cranial pressure, pulsing of the vagus nerve, which puts you into fight or flight response, into that survival mechanism. You could have headaches or ear pain. You can have an overstimulation of your heart field because it's electromagnetic and it disrupts it, right? So you can have a sense of panic or sudden grief. And then it can also impact your sleep cycles, usually between 2 and 4 a.m. when your body is in theta and delta state. So one of the things that we can do is to tap here at your master regulator. You can talk to your body. So to me, this puts everything. Anchor the light and integrate safely. Tell your body what to do. Anchor the light and integrate it safely. Anchor the light and integrate it safely, right? I usually do it 3 times. So doing any kind of grounding exercise, salt baths, and you can make sure that you are taking magnesium or any type of mineral water. Hydrogen water is really great. The ground or against a wall to support your spine and allow it to discharge any energy. So keeping all of that in mind, and then if all else fails, you can use this meditation that we're going to do right now. Okay, so go ahead and prepare yourself. I'm going to put my camera on, I'm going to put it on pause. Okay, all my lovely ones, let's get ready for meditation, making sure that your spine is straight. If it's comfortable for you right now, it'd really work best if you could lay flat with your spine straight. This is going to be a meditation. It's helping you to reweave your golden thread into a new crystalline grid that will help to stabilize you and help you to feel supported and connected, also grounded. So we are going to start out with just laying down. You can place one hand on your chest and you can put the other hand on your lower belly. Just begin to take some nice deep breaths in through your nose, breathing in deep, and then just sigh and let it all out. You can make noises if you want. Nice deep breath in and let it all out. Okay? Let's just get out all of that anxiety and adrenaline. Nice deep breath in, big sigh out. Okay? All right. So take that nice deep breath in again. Let's start connecting in. Release the breath. You can say aloud, or you can say it in your head. I return to my center. I return to my source. Allow that truth to echo through you as you continue to breathe, focusing at the area of your heart. Imagine a single golden thread. And that thread is running from your crown, or the top of your head, all the way to your tailbone. Imagine this golden thread being luminous. It has its own energy. It's alive. And it's very sweet, very gentle. This is your true tone. Imagine that this tone, this luminous golden thread, has any attributes that you like. And then just begin to breathe along this thread. Inhale, and the light moves down the thread. And then exhale, and the light moves up the thread to the crown. So let's move that thread up and down 6 times. So inhale and follow the golden thread down to the tailbone. Nice long deep breaths in. Okay, now exhaling. And it's moving up back towards the crown. There you go. Inhaling. The light is moving down the spine. Gently, effortlessly connecting all parts of you, all of your spine that supports you every day, that holds you erect. It sends signals from your brain to the rest of your body. Reuniting all parts of you along this electric highway, allowing all of the light to continue to move all the way down the spine, all the way with the thread, connecting to that beautiful luminous aspect of you. And now it's breathing back up. Let's follow it one more time. All the way down. And as it begins its ascent back up the golden thread, allow your focus to stop at the high heart area. The high heart is also your thymus. It's in the very center of your sternum. This is where your oversoul comes through to connect with you. And it's also where you connect in with all of humanity. Focus your attention here for a moment. Breathing in, placing your hand at this chest area. And when you're breathing in, say aloud, I am ready to feel safe in my center again. I allow my heart to become harmonic. Your heart is resonating all of the beautiful frequencies, your true spiritual fingerprint, as it beats out that beautiful harmonic truth of who you are. You can just visualize now as you're breathing that all of your energy or your breath is moving in and out of your high heart, slowly creating a glow around your chest area. And as you continue to breathe in and out, watch the glow as it continues to grow and expand, moving further up the torso and down the torso and spine as it begins to encompass your entire body, your spine, your womb, around your throat, over your face and your head. Breathing in, nice deep breath in, long deep breath out. Filling yourself with this beautiful luminous glow that continues to expand around you. And as it fills your entire body, moving through and saturating the skin, moving into your auric field, you find yourself floating in a beautiful pool, an elixir of divine golden light, where it's recalibrating, realigning all of your energy bodies, calming the nervous system, activating your cellular DNA to align you to the highest version of you, awakening all that's dormant, that is meant to be known, illuminated, brought to your awareness for remembrance during these beautiful times of awakening and soul expansion. Just allow yourself to float in this honey-colored golden elixir of truth, floating, feeling completely supported, loved, held in the highest value as you soak in all of this beautiful golden elixir. Continuing to breathe, remembering to breathe. You see the golden thread that you were following before starting to pulse, bringing your awareness. As you follow the thread again, you see that it's moving beyond the tailbone now, and it's moving down 6 feet below you. It's connecting into a gorgeous crystal. This crystal is your earth seat. It's not just grounding, but it places you firmly on the grid in the awareness of Mother Earth, Gaia, so that she always knows your placement in this space. Breathing in from your earth seat, connected to your crystal. Say silently to yourself, I'm not just safe here, I am placed here. My thread is anchored in the field of light. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhaling in this beautiful connection that anchors you in the heart of Gaia, knowing that you are always safe and that you are purposefully placed where you are. And as you take in all of that beautiful light from the earth and the nurturing and the groundedness, your attention begins to move back towards your heart as you follow the golden thread, the vibration of your truth and light back to your heart space. You can bring your hands to your heart now and feel all of the love that is being breathed through your heart space, through all of the plasma membranes in your body, connected to your higher self, as it begins to pulse its first beat of light, connecting to you, allowing you to soak in all of the first pulses of love that flow from your heart space, allowing it to move through you, activating all parts of your DNA, the 7th and 9th DNA quantum strands, grounding you into a new earth experience, connected to the crystalline grids and deep into the heart of the crystalline core of earth, where everything is connected through the field of grace. Stay here as long as you want. And just continuing to breathe. Later, if you decide that you want to take a ritual bath, you can do that using frankincense or sandalwood to help you to ground. If you feel overwhelmed, you can use rose quartz or smoky quartz. Actually, you can hold one in each hand. That will help to balance. I use scalar waves at 432 hertz with this meditation. So you can listen to this and receive the scalar waves of love and all of the energy that is encoded within this transmission. Will bring you back to that calm place. Bringing yourself back now. For those of you that are ready, just bring your attention to your breath. Start to move your arms and your legs, wiggle your toes and your nose, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes, move your jaw. Bring yourself back gently, back to your awareness. Remember that you are connected through your golden cord to Source, to your higher self, and into the heart of Earth, and that you are loved, supported, and guided now and always. Have a magical rest of your day, and I will be talking to you soon.